Well, thanks for doing this today. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
How's everything going in New York?
Oh, chilly. I'm hoping it warms up soon.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So I like your name, Artemis.
Oh, thank you. It's actually my cat. I have a ex-husband that liked to stalk me. My real name is Crysti, actually.
I love it. And I like the spelling. Is
Different.
that the correct spelling?
What's Crysti?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the correct spelling.
I love it.
Oh, thank you.
That's so funny. I was like, well, that's a different name. So I was trying to figure it out. So it's your cat's name. Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All
Yep,
right.
she's my Artemis Marie.
Uh,
Yeah.
so tell me, we're going to just do interview. There's no right or wrong questions. It's actually about you. So
Okay.
should be easy. All
Oh, good.
right. So tell me your name, where you're located, and how you got into mentoring.
Okay. My name is Artemis Marie, as most people know me by, or Crysti Gopal, which is my given name. Let's see where I'm from, Buffalo, New York. Very proud of my Buffalo heritage.
Uh,
And I got into mentoring because Guardians provided me a lot of help with my first couple gliders, namely my glider Gracie. And I always told Aaliyah I would, pay back the favor for all her help that she gave me with Gracie. And not monetarily able to keep up with all she did for me, but I figure anything I can give back to the Guardians group, I would.
yeah,
So,
I always tell people when they say, "Well, I don't have the money to donate. I don't have the time to donate. I don't have this." I say, "Well, you have one. You either
mm-hmm,
have the time, or you have a God-given talent, or you have money, or you have, you know what I mean? If you don't have time, you have money. If you don't have money, you have time. If you don't have either, you have talent. You have some sort of gift to help.
exactly.
So, and I just feel like, I mean, that's what we're all here for, to help each other. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for your help.
Oh, well, I'm more than welcome. I'm happy to do this. It's an honor.
Okay, so do you have, so you had a glider that was difficult at the beginning that led you to the Sugar Glider Guardians and all of that? Why don't you
Yeah.
tell me about that?
Gracie was one of three gliders I got. I literally had just finished my second semester of nursing school, and I figured, well, I don't got nothing to do for the summer. I'll figure out something. And I'm looking through the animal section, the community pets, and there was just an ad there. It said, please help. And I'm like, oh boy, okay, whatever it is, I'm sure I can do this. Little did I know. So I get these three gliders from the sky. His girlfriend's kids were literally like playing ping pong and stuff with them, which is terrible. And poor little Gracie was paralyzed, hind leg paralysis, not from a calcium deficiency, some kind of something neurological. My vet thinks that she was maybe overbred, and the damage from being bred too much had caused her to have hind leg paralysis. So,
Or
but
like
it
maybe them throwing them around.
well, yeah, that
Sure, that
too. And
doesn't help.
I literally figured, I'm like, I don't know anything about gliders, never saw one before the time I got them, but figured anybody could do better than that.
Right, exactly, exactly. Well, thank you for saving them.
Oh,
So
it's
you had an
nothing else to
issue, and
do.
then the Glider Guardians helped you, and then you decided you were going to give back by being a mentor.
Yep.
Awesome. So how long have you been mentoring?
Mm, let's see. Previous to Guardians, I kind of did what I called rogue mentoring. I would find people in groups that I felt were treated wrongly or were being run off, and I would help them. I started doing that almost maybe about a year or so after I got gliders on my own.
When did
And
you get gliders?
what was it? It was June of 20, no, May, I'm sorry, because it was right after school that I was May of 2016.
Okay. So you helped before you got to Guardians, and then you just took it from there. What helped?
Yeah.
How did you find the Guardians?
Uh, Actually, I was in Anything Goes glider chat, and I had panicked because Gracie had, I thought, I didn't know if she had a stroke or whatever, but I was convinced she was on her way out, and I had already spent the money I had that day at a vet that just wanted to put her down. They took the money I had for the vet, so I'm panicked. I'm in AGGC and asking, does anybody know anything that can help or anything I can do? And there was this wonderful woman by the name of Kathy Zeeks. I don't know if she's still in Guardians or not,
Who?
but I owe her a lot. Kathy Zeeks, I think I'm saying her last name right. It was Xiques, but she had told me about Aaliyah and Guardians and said Aaliyah might be able to help. And of course, you had the naysayers, don't do that. Aaliyah will steal your glider. You'll never get her back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, at that point, you know what? She's one way or another, she needs to help, whether I get her back or not. So I was scared, but I talked to Aaliyah, and Aaliyah was absolutely wonderful, helped me, get on the track to finding a better vet, a much better vet, which is the vet I still use. And yeah, we took it from there. She helped me, she paid for the medical visits. I paid for the medicines and the sub-Q fluids and any laser therapies.
Wow.
So, yeah, it took us almost, I think we did like Gracie almost 6 to 9 months,
Wow.
somewhere in there.
Did she make it okay? Is everything turn out good?
No, unfortunately, the hind leg paralysis and the strokes and everything kept continuing. She would get better and then she wouldn't. We did tail amputation 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, she just kept chewing on herself. And then one day I woke up and she had chewed off all the fingers on her right hand.
Oh,
And I'm like, yeah, at that point, I
oh,
felt bad. She was a little glider sausage. She had one good limb. And I'm like, it's not fair to keep her like this anymore. So we
oh,
made the heartbreaking decision to let her go to the bridge. And
yeah. Poor thing. Well, you'll see
yeah,
her again. So, what
I
would you say is your specialty areas in helping people?
uh basic, I guess you'd say basic care any of us could do, but helping people find vets and vet care, rescues, anything medical. I do have a nursing background, so a lot of what some people don't realize you can do for a glider, you can, like, it's me, sub-Q is second nature. I don't like sticking them with needles, but I can do it. It doesn't phase me at all.
Right. What's the most important thing you've learned about being a glider slave? That's what I call it.
Most important thing, always, I don't want to say always, but assume that the worst can happen at any time and be prepared for it if at all possible.
And is that the same most important? Is that the same one piece of advice you give other people?
I usually start out with, yeah, it's usually that. It's okay, we get their diet and their cage squared away, make sure they're safe. And oh, by the way, do you have vets lined up? And they're like, vets? Is it multiple? Yes, because emergencies never happen during business hours, seldom,
That's right. Or I have it here in Indiana. We have, it just makes me mad thinking about it. We have a bunch of exotic vets, but they'll work, like one works Tuesday and Thursday, and one works Monday and Tuesday.
Oh,
And
geez.
it's notorious that it always happens on Friday afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever is happening always happens when, oh, we're full for 2 weeks. Well, that's not going to work for me. Like,
Yeah,
so I can't tell you how many times I've had to take them. Like, I have like 5 vets within a 2-hour period surrounding me, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm good.
that's a good lineup. I'd say probably, I don't want to say 4 because I haven't been to the one yet. There's the one that I got hooked up through the Sugar Glider Guardians, and then I found another one that's closer to my home, but they don't do emergency hours. And
Yeah.
then we have an emergency vet over by our airport, and we have to call ahead of time and make sure they have an exotic vet on staff, so that's not always
Yeah.
doable. And then there's the veterinary college, which is 3 hours from me.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so
Well,
those
I
are my
live within an hour to 2 hours of um, 6 major cities. So
okay.
I'm in this perfect storm of cities surrounding me. So it's good for a lot of things, including airports.
Ah, yeah,
So
Buffalo's kind of small. Everybody knows us for our snow, and that's snow and chicken wings.
yeah, we're really small, the town I'm in, but like I like that we have the surrounding things here, chicken wings. That's
Yeah,
fun. Okay. Do you have any fun glider stories you'd like to share?
I always kind of gotta smile a little when I hear people put up a post of, "Oh my God, my glider got lost," and everybody's like, "Oh, check coat pockets, the good places to look for them." But it makes me think of my little Bartok. When I got him, I was afraid of him at the point. I was still new to gliders, and here's this little beastie crabbing at me, and he lunged and bit me a few times. So when he got out of his cage, I'm panicking because we live in an older house and I didn't get around to putting the hardware mesh on the heater grate at the time. So they have 1 inch holes. And I'm tearing apart the room looking for him and I cannot find him anywhere. And I'm assuming the worst. He got in the heater. Oh my God. And nope. My boyfriend stops and he's like, "Just stop, hold on for a minute." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "There's condensation in this little package of pom-poms over here." You got to be kidding me. The little brat chewed himself a little hole and went to sleep into the pom pom bag. Yeah, and it was really cute, but I was so upset. I was like hysterical at the time and never
Yeah.
thought to get a picture of it. Laugh about it now.
Over 16, 17 years I've been doing this. I I've had quite a few that have gotten out of their cage, and the funniest one I found was, the first time it happened, I freaked out. After that, if it happened, I just stay up and I sit there and I'm quiet till I hear
Mhm.
rustling. But the one, oh, I was so scared. She fell into a vase.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like crying. I couldn't find her. Like, finally found her. She was all wet. She came
Aw.
out. She was never tried to get out of her cage again.
Yeah, that's a heck of a lesson to learn.
It is. It is. It's because
Yeah.
I have a hard time because like I have this like little hole that connects the two cages. So if I don't
Hmm.
like seal it perfectly when I separate them, the cages, they were able to get in and out easier. But
Uh,
yeah, I've gotten over the years, I've gotten better at it, but at the beginning I wasn't so great.
no, we learn a lot as the years go by. I had another escapee and my boyfriend picked on me so bad. Had this brilliant idea. It was a ferret nation for free. And we just decided we were going to take weed whacker wire and try to make like our own grid.
Yeah.
Well, never stopped to think about it. Of course, the glider's going to just push the wire up and down the cage bars,
Yeah.
crawls right through. And this is Delilah I'm talking about. Delilah was another rescue shuggy. She was intimidating as heck. Like she made Bartok look like a cream puff. She came crabbing it because she's on the floor by the cage, and I'm on my knees. I've got the little pouch over my hand. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take the pouch on my hand, wear it like a glove, and try and gently scoop her up and put her in the cage. She charged me. She
Oh,
grabbed her. My boyfriend's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "She's behind the door," and he's like, "What's behind the door?" And I said, "Delilah," and he's like, "You're getting chased by a little sugar glider."
oh my gosh.
And I
That's
laugh when I think about
nuts.
it now. It was scary then, but
I think the funniest one I had was when I couldn't find them anywhere, but I kept hearing them. And I was like, they sound like they're in the bookcase, but I can't figure out where they're at. They had eaten a hole in some of the books
oh wow.
and they had put themselves in there and they looked at me like, how dare you bother us? We are here trying to make a home in the books. It was the funniest thing. I was like,
I never
rude.
heard that one before.
Yeah, I was like, how rude. And I was just like, oh hell, let him sleep there right now. Because I'm like, I give up at life. I give up having anything nice. Like,
Mhm.
do you sell anything glider related you'd like to tell the group about?
I am working on getting AVL testing in the Shuggy glider tree, giving tree. I'm sorry, Lorraine, Shuggy giving tree. And Sugar Glider Groupies is setting up an AVL. So I'm working on sewing, doing cage sets and stuff, eventually toys down the line.
But you're not
And
there yet.
not there yet, but I do sell, I was selling fish snacks until the big controversy with that. I do I do sell monkey snacks.
Okay. Do you have like a
So
site or something?
no, I need to set up a page for that. Like I said, it's all very preliminary stages here.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll get it together. I've been out of work for the past 4 years. I hurt my back really bad. I'm 2 surgeries in, so it's kind of time to look at something I can do from home. So when I had those bad days, there's still a way to generate income.
Right. Now, do you have
And
a favorite place you buy glider stuff?
the monkey snacks I actually get from it's called Clyde's Feed Store in Hamburg, New York, and they have a contract with the Buffalo Zoo. So I can actually get the Missouri brand monkey biscuits, which is my understanding that's one of the top of the line product names out there as far as animal feed goes.
Right.
The fish snacks I was getting just from local Asian store by me. Buffalo, if nothing else, has a plethora of all kinds of food related anything. If you can't find it here, it probably don't exist. I guess when you're snowed in all the time, all you want to do is eat. So,
I guess.
but
So,
yeah, until we get more info on those, I've decided not to sell those in the interest of the safety of the gliders.
right. So do you, when you're mentoring, do you do YouTube videos or do you just text or message or how do you do your standard?
It's mostly text, but I try to accommodate for whatever, helps my mentee at the time too. Like there's a lot of, I apologize for the squeaking. I got a dog playing with her toy over here.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
Oh, she's going nuts. I was thinking I should have created her, but anyway, where was I? Oh, I like to use certain YouTube videos I just feel are timeless, like Bourbon's video on bonding. I mean, a lot of people have done bonding videos, but I don't think anybody gets it across the way Bourbon does.
Okay.
And nail trimming videos. There's a couple good ones out there. I tend to go back to Shelly Stirk's video because she's basically that's the technique I used before my eyes got too bad to see what I was doing with them myself.
I did my own because I was a nervous trimmer. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like watching the videos of people just like, hey, I'm gonna hold them and do it at the same time. Like I'm just too nervous of a clipper to do that.
Yeah.
So, like I have one where I do it with my husband.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I love it because it's like he's got it down to a science on his side and I have it down to a science on my side. But I just even now after all this time, I'm too nervous Nelly to do it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll break my heart. I'm just not like I'm not comfortable. I wish I could be as comfortable as that I'm more like, yeah, this is a necessity, not something that I would want to go help somebody with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a well-known community member, my best friend Rachel Smallwood. She's staying with me, and she's been doing all the nails. Thank God. She
Oh,
goes in there and she can do them no problem. I've got between me and her, we've got 26 of them in the house right now,
holy
and she
smokes.
can, yeah, and she can go through maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and get everybody done. She just pops them out of the cage, sticks them in a pouch, clip, 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 and I'm like, how do you do that? But I have really bad vision too. I'm legally blind in my left eye,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, the right eye has no depth perception, which makes really tricky for nail trimming.
Yeah, it sure does, especially those little tiny paws.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to do what's called rapid fire. I'm going to ask you
Okay.
4 questions. It's easy answers. Okay, what was
I,
the last book you read?
last book I read. Geez, I don't even really keep track. I think it was, I can't remember the exact name. I have a thing for World War II, especially the concentration camps. My great uncle was in one. So I have like a bunch that I've downloaded on my Kindle, and I just kind of go through them and finish them. And
Nice.
yeah,
One movie.
Eli Wiesel, The Night, I think was the name of the book.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
One movie comes on TV you would watch over and over again. What is it?
You're gonna laugh. Despicable Me. Absolutely love that movie.
Aw,
Minions are my favorite.
that's so cute. Best
Mm,
advice you were ever given?
best advice? Hmm. Don't take life too seriously. You don't make it out alive.
That's true. When you go, what do you want to be remembered for?
Well, basically what I'm doing now, just being known as helping as many people as I can. Want to be known as the person who cared.
I'm writing that down. A person who cared. Okay, so I'm gonna do a highlight, but don't hang up after we're done.
Okay.
Okay, again, we're highlighting Artemis Marie, aka Crysti.
Hello.
If you don't have a mentor or would like one, please reach out to one of the admins. If you're looking for information, don't forget we have it in the file section of our page. As always, happy gliding, be safe, and have an amazeballs day.